Star-Lord is still running Infinite, but the list has evolved, and there are finally more ways to fight back. Let's break down what's actually winning right now, and we are giving away 3 season passes in this video, so make sure to sub to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. More details on how to enter specifically in the video. Let's dive into it. Hey, what's up everybody? Kicker of Elves here. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day wherever you're at. Welcome back to episode 11 of Marvel Snap Meta Shenanigans, the weekly show where we take a look at untapped premium data to understand what are the top decks at Infinite and how are the most recent season pass cards and Series 5 cards doing. That way you can understand what people are playing, what you need to look out for, and how should you spend your tokens. Additionally, every week we do a viewer card, so if you want to get your card read out on the show, please leave a comment below asking for a card, and the comment with most likes will get featured next week. Additionally, I've made it into the Marvel Snap Creator Program. If you didn't watch last week's, 2 days ago's video, Time is a Mystery, we are doing a season pass giveaway. So we're going to be giving away 3 season passes on this video. So please leave a comment with the word season pass in there. It would be very helpful. I'm not going to say it's going to be bonus points, but if you wouldn't mind leaving your Discord ID in the comment as well, that's going to streamline me getting those passes to you if you win phenomenally. I have found that when I do these giveaways, even though we're giving away free stuff, I often have to chase people down, or people just don't respond. Like they'll comment, and I'll do a post, be like, hey, you got it, and I won't get people back. So if you just leave a comment with the word season pass in it, include your Discord ID. If you win, I will reach out to you on Discord, give you the code there. Well, and that can be any comment. I would love for it to be a comment about which card you want to see on next week's episode, so you can get rolled into that as well. But it doesn't have to be. Just say season pass and include a comment as well. And maybe there's a secret giveaway that I'm going to talk about towards the end of the video. So you stick around for some Kicker of Elves lore, you can hear about another giveaway. You'll have to see. But you're here for some. That was a hilariously long intro. So maybe people haven't even made it to this point now, and they're not even seeing the season pass giveaway. Let's continue. Let's really dive into it. These 4 decks here on the screen right now, these are the real pillars of the metagame. We're looking at player collection level 24,000 plus. Win rate with 1,000 plus games. That is a very strong sample size once we get above 1,000 games, and Infinite only. First, barely edging out the number 2 deck with a 56.7 win rate and a positive 0.36 cube rate. We've got the Honifer version of Star-Lord. You've probably seen this in lists and videos from KM Best, among many others. This is sort of the ethical or more reasonable way to play Star-Lord. Star-Lord, everybody hates him. This card is going to get nerfed. But it's going to be a lot better. It is very different from this version of Star-Lord down here, where this one's saying we're going to go all in. We have so many different ways to replicate our Star-Lord, and we're just going to get so ridiculously huge that you kind of have no answers to us here. There's been a lot of attacking of this deck. So the Honifer version here is trying to do like, yeah, I can Star-Lord on 4, absorbing man on 5. We're not getting like 20 energy here. You can magic to get around some of that stuff. You got Merc Cannonball stuff going on. You've got some of these tactics in here, and you've got Wasp to sort of dodge the Jean Grey or Negasonic stuff that other players or other decks were trying to attack at this. So this is like the more reasonable, less all-in way to play Star-Lord. It's got a slightly better win rate than the other Star-Lord deck, which we all know and love this Star-Lord deck, the pure combo list here. That's certainly an option here. I still feel like you either cut, depending on your meta, Red Hulk or Legion for Juggernaut, because Juggernaut's text is often, I win this location. That's just me, though. And yeah, these are the 2 Star-Lord lists that are really just like the central pillars of what else is happening in this metagame. Otherwise, we've got this Moondragon list. I covered this in a video earlier in the channel this week, and I like this list quite a lot. It's not the top counter into Star-Lord stuff. Like, it doesn't completely free roll the Star-Lord combo list, but we've got Cosmic Ghost Rider to shut stuff down. We've got Merc Cannonball to shut stuff down. We've got a really great points package with Doom 2099 and Aurora. This list is very fun. It does require a lot of high series cards, and like recent ones where like Moondragon doesn't look great on release at all. This is like the only deck that she really goes in. Drax is not like, I like Drax quite a bit, but people could look at that and be like, hey, this is a Star-Lord meta. I'd rather save my I've been saving my tokens to get Fin Fang Foom. I'm not going to get Drax. So if you missed out on some of these recent cards, There is one more list down here, that the Show Lao move list. This is a hybridization of the list that like Iris and Cougar play a lot, the Move Many, where it's looking to do Show Lao stuff, but also pepper in a really strong backup plan, or just like tempo-y sort of plan of Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Kraven, Hydra Stomper. We've got that points package along with being able to go super over the top with Show Lao, or Maverick into Show Lao on turn 5 and turn 6. I like this list quite a bit. Probably going to do a full deck guide on it beginning of next week. This is the list that I've been playing, and it's ironic that Show Lao of all cards is one of the hero cards in the current metagame. So these are the 4 decks that are kind of at the pillar. Like, yeah, there's super giant stuff right now, but like that deck is so much more finicky to play versus the Moondragon and Move list. And there's just really like Ronin is kind of your points package. It's tough unless you are an experienced super giant gamer. That's going to be harder to pull off than like any of these lists here. I do think, and this is thinking further ahead, next month, when there's all the data mines for stuff like Ozymandias and that package, and like the Sandstorm Rock stuff, I think that's going to be a good list for Supergiant, because you can play Supergiant and then hide your Ozymandias, and that reveals, and you get all the buffs to your rocks, like the +3. I'm looking forward to that, but getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Here's your meta snapshot. This is what's going on. If you're going to play anything else, if you're going to try to goof around with negative or off meta Star-Lord variations, whatever you're trying to do there, you need to be aware of these 4 decks. Let's talk about Kraglin. Kraglin just came out. He's doing aight. I think this card is pretty bad. It's got a 50.9% win rate, 5% popularity, and a 0.07% or 0.07 cube rate. Decks people are playing in, like, this is the Galactus list. Yeah, it's fine, but like a lot of like this, you got the ramp list here. I just think Kraglin is a worse option than like every other ramp card. If you're not Kraglining to go Galactus on 6, in which case you are, destroying one of these cards, and maybe you hit Galactus, you're not really doing much. You're better off playing Luna Snow. You're better off playing Electro. You're better off playing Wave in a lot of cases. Kraglin, if you're not trying to stay collection complete, if you're just like, oh, I like the character from Guardians or whatever, if you're coming out from that perspective, one of the easiest skips you can possibly make. Yes, you got some moderately successful decks, but there aren't a ton of games on here. These are very easily like abusable. Like, more people start playing these, the stats could really swing in different directions. So Kraglin, not doing so hot. Last week, last week, if only there was a new season pass card, maybe we get some more aggressive nerfs to an old season pass card in Star-Lord. But that's not the case. Drax, Avatar of Life, at a 53.4% win rate. This is the same data set. We're looking at stuff from the latest patch, just infinite only, collection level 24,000. Everything that we're looking at is that data set. The only difference is that when we're looking at decks, we were sorting by win rate. And this is just a view of the card itself. So better performance than Kraglin, which of course it should be. 15.6% popularity, pretty dang good. People picked up Drax. This is a card where it's like, people can see that the meta is not always going to be like this. They're not just going to let Star-Lord create 20 energy turn 6s. Like, that's not going to be the way things are for forever. So it makes it even more frustrating that we have to deal with that right now. But once we get out of this like bonkers, super high ceiling sort of meta, this is a card that's going to be really strong. He's main deck right now is going to be in like any sort of Aurora stuff. Primarily, this is like the Moondragon list we were just talking about before. Him being an end of turn makes him an obvious magnet for Aurora, because end of turns, and especially like good end of turns that don't really require like absolutely 100% need Invisible Woman Jocasta stuff, like Havoc and Athena and stuff like that. Those have very specific deck building considerations. Drax can kind of just be played as a tempo card, so Aurora loves that. He's best in this list. There's another Aurora list that does like the Stardust thing first step sort of thing. Both very cool. I'm happy to see Drax getting some love and appearing in a deck that does have some game. It's not incredibly favored, but it does have some game depending on the right situation into Star-Lord stuff. So love that for him. Speaking of Star-Lord, Master of the Sun. Stats are going down, but the popularity at 25%, people are, we're looking at Infinite Plus, high collection level player. A lot of people are just like, I don't want to play this. Like I'm like, I've seen a lot of people move away from this. So the popularity going down was like, it's like, what like, what even, it is just not, in my opinion, a fun play style. There are other, like, winning is fun. We all love winning. There are other ways to win that aren't doing this exactly. So seeing the popularity decline a bit, the win rate sort of go down, not surprising. Again, the variations, this is very funny, seeing negative here. The this list, the Honifer list, is probably the like most reasonable way to play Star-Lord. It's not all in. This is like the combo deck du jour here. This feels very like 2-ish weeks ago though, because it's got the Daredevil, it's got the Daredevil just says like, I'm terrified of Supergiant. We're not seeing, as we saw from the stats, as much Supergiant as we are seeing other decks. Like, people are attacking Star-Lord from a different angle, from the move angle, from the Aurora deck angle. Those don't have as favorable narrowed matchups in, but because there isn't as much of this, and there's still a freaking ton of it, but not as much, it doesn't make sense to just go full like Supergiant kind of gets free rolled by the move deck, by like other stuff like that. So that explains the spread here. I can't wait for this card to be nerfed. This Mr. Negative version is genuinely hilarious. Like, willingly putting a card that isn't Jane Foster, that just doesn't have a good negative flip into your deck, kind of tells you everything you need to know about how freaking busted this card is. I hope it gets nerfed like Mr. Fantastic First Steps. I'm sure many others would agree with me. Magus. Holy crap. This card is so bad. I was playing this in the Smiles, Smiles from over at Snap Academy YouTube, put out lists for Grand Arena, and I was checking. I watch his videos all the time, and I was checking out those lists. I'm like, oh, let me try this ongoing list with Magus. It was like an all-in, what's it called? Like Onslaught Splat style ongoing list, and Magus is in there solely to try and copy Onslaught if you didn't draw into that. And he just feels horrible. Like, look at a 40% win rate. Negative 0.48% cube rate, popularity of 0.9%. This is on the super premium season pass. This is supposed to be a card that you're like, ooh, I'm paying extra for this. And we'd be in a way worse world if like Star-Lord Master of the Sun was a super premium card, because on top of it being insanely busted, there's the really strict pay to win allegations of like, oh, we don't even get it on the base regular season pass. You want us to pay extra money for the broken card? And honestly, talked about this last time too, but before Magus released, when it was data mined, it didn't have the without using its on reveal text. So if that's the way it released, we would have done Mr. Negative stuff, and we could have gone, Mr. Negative would have been very popular as well, but it's easy to counter Mr. Negative with Mobius in a way that it's just not easy to counter Star-Lord stuff. I would have preferred Magus being the dominant one, and like, I would have preferred Magus losing this part of its text and Star-Lord not having that this gains that much power. I wonder if they just take that sentence off of him, because then this copying him gets you a bunch of energy, but you don't get like, if you really pop off with your Zola play, like if you do Zola on top of Star-Lord and Grandmaster the Zola, you don't get like whatever it is, 3, 13, 14 power dudes that gave you 20 energy. That's a huge nerf, but maybe he needs it. So Magus, though, just the decks here. This is insane. Sorry. Most popular decks based on the latest just the minus 2.11 cube rate, 19. I don't think I've seen stats this bad. A deck that had like more than 100. I need to. I might just take this into Infinity, or not Infinity Con, geez, Proving Grounds. Throw Kraglin in here too. Like, what is even happening in this list? Sorry. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this. You should not be playing Magus. You got him out of your Series 5 pack pull. That's good. You got the 10 extra levels in the season pass. The variant's cool. Vincenzo Riccardi, don't miss. Yeah, holy crap, don't play Magus. So with that, we're going to go into our viewer card of the week. Again, if you want to get your card read out on the channel, Make sure to leave a comment on the video just saying which card you want me to check out, and the comment with the most likes wins. I want to be super clear. That is the comment with the most likes wins in terms of being featured on next week's show. It is not winning the season pass. If you want to win a season pass, you can leave any comment you want. Just include the word season pass in there. And ideally, please put your Discord ID in there so I can just reach out to you easier. I'm not going to spam you. I just want to have an easy line of conversation versus making the community post, tagging people. Please get back to me in a day. I don't want these passes to go to waste. It'll be easier next month because I should have codes earlier on. Like if you just follow the trend of what people are publicly saying on Twitter, it tends to happen earlier on the month. That didn't happen because I got into the creator program late this month. So next month will be easier, but like I don't want these passes to go to waste, guys. So that's where I'm coming from. So this week we got a request from my boy Socratic Gambler. See you commenting all the time. Appreciate that, my man. He said, for cards to talk about, maybe Jeff. With the buff this week to Nightcrawler, I feel like Jeff really, really needs some help. I miss playing him back in the days when Prof X mattered. So we're looking at Jeff the Baby Landshark, who I am surprised his stats, and again, this is looking at latest patch. This is what people are doing with Jeff recently. I'm surprised his stats are not like Magus tier. And that is largely because he is in like decent decks. No one's really playing him. The decks that he are in are doing like okay, but you should not play Jeff over Nightcrawler. Jeff is in such a brutal spot. I want to key in on something Socratic Gambler said, like where he said, I miss playing him back in the days when Prof X mattered. When Jeff was released, this is April of 2023, so almost 3 years ago now. Around the time of his release, there was some stuff of like, oh, maybe he's just big Nightcrawler. Maybe like, oh, like they were talking about who's going to counter Professor X, who was a very good card at the time. What happened was Jeff went into the Professor X decks. He was a big piece of what I refer to as the scams Thanos list. That was huge in, spring, early summer of 2023. Jeff was very strong in a meta where there was a lot of Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was still policing the metagame. It's crazy that like that's how bad Sidebar Star-Lord is, that some people are asking for old Shang-Chi to be back. Don't be crazy. We don't want old Shang-Chi back. That was not fun. That was Stockholm syndrome for years of just being like, oh dear, I can't put 10 power here. I'm just gonna lose. We don't want that back. Let Star-Lord get nerfed. Don't ask for old Shang-Chi back. That's Stockholm syndrome. Anyway, during that era, lockdown was a much more legitimate strategy because you could just say, fine, I won't play big cards. You just won't get to play cards. Devs hate that. They have nerfed that completely. Like Storm is nerfed. Professor X text is literally, crap, we can't make this work with Cannonball. Like text is a disaster. There's not really a reason to be playing like an anti-lockdown card. And now that Nightcrawler's a 1/3, Jeff's got nothing. Even before the buff to Nightcrawler, Jeff was kind of unplayable. So to see him where he's at now is like, they gotta at least make our guy a 2/4 or something. Like he needs something. He needs something that is like not being exactly what he is right now. Like it's rough. It's rough for Jeff. So if you want to play Jeff, you could try playing a worse version of Cerebro 3, but like you don't need him. You don't need Jeff for anything. I miss Jeff. I have the Ryan Gonzalez variant. Played it so much Jeff in the Scams Thanos list. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what's going on in the meta. Gonna go full screen here. And we're gonna talk about some Kicker of Elves lore, which every week we grab something from the wall of trinkets or something that represents that and just talk about something that has a little personal value for myself. And for the real ones who made it this far into the video, we're doing a secret giveaway. I've got 5 packs. I'm going to stop whispering. In addition to the 3 season passes that I'm giving out, I've got 5 more packs codes I can give. I want to give away all 5 on this video. So this could be, just for the folks that made it back here. When you comment, I want to put something that like people can't copy is easy. Tell me your favorite band. Put a comment and just say my favorite or a musical artist. Like my favorite band or my favorite artist is Pavement. Do that. Please just leave me your Discord ID so I can easily reach out to you. I'll pick random comments there. You could do it all in one. You can go season pass. You enter for both at once. The dream comment for me to get is, I want you to check out Sentinel next week. Season pass. My favorite artist is Beck. Discord ID Jeff Johnson. Very funny comments that we might trigger, but that's what we're gonna do. We're doing giveaways towards the end of the season. I want to get these stuff out to the community, and especially the fans who care enough to watch deep into the video. Depending on the response to this, maybe I'll do more of these. I don't want to I want to make it an even playing field for a lot of stuff and just be like, hey, anybody who enters can win. Like, of course, the people who comment all the time, people whose names or pictures I'm just gonna recognize. Of course, I'd love for you all to get some, but I want to make this an open playing field, give other newer viewers a chance too. But so this is kind of my way of being like, hey, for the folks that are, the real ones who stick around to listen to me talk about something that's not Marvel Snap, this is a little giveaway bias in y'all. So before I do the lore bit, quick rundown. Love it if you leave a comment asking me for a viewer card to check out next week. If you want the season pass card, just comment season pass, include your Discord ID, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff so you can boost the channel up. If you want the PAX code too, the secret PAX code, just tell me who your favorite band is. Include your Discord ID as well. Anyway, we're going to talk about Vault Boy here. This is going to be the surrogate for the Fallout thing I have over there. I just don't want to unplug that and bring that over here. But I want to talk about Fallout here. I got into Fallout with Fallout 3. I was not a big Oblivion fan. I remember renting Oblivion from my video store and being like, this feels terrible. Like, the combat's so floaty. Fallout 3 was the first one of the Bethesda games that I got, understood, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting this. This is really the non-linear, blah, 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 blah. Didn't play Morrowind and stuff like that. It's a little bit before my time, but just loved that. Me and a very close friend from back home had specific characters that we made, and there was a whole lore behind that. And in particular, Fallout 3 is fine. I'm not one of those people where it's like, Fallout 3 is the worst thing. Fallout 3 killed my dog. No, it's a great game. But Fallout New Vegas, holy crap, that is one of the all-time. If I'm around people who talk about video games, I don't want to sound like a man-child, and someone's like, what's your favorite game? My actual favorite game is Pokemon Gold. I'll say Fallout New Vegas to not talk about Pokemon if I don't feel like it's a safe space. Not that I need safe space, but there's times where it's just I'm not going to talk about Pokemon here. Fallout New Vegas is my number 2 game, but the story, the narrative, the nonlinear approach there is just awesome. And that makes it tolerable for me to have a Funko Pop. This is a gift from somebody of I'm not a big Funko Pop guy, but I'm like, yeah, Fallout. So I love that stuff. I've not played Fallout 76. I'm still catching up on the show. I'm happy Fallout's having a moment there. I dream of getting a New Vegas too. That's the dream. I don't know if it'll ever happen. Fallout 5, who knows how long away that is. Fallout 4 is actually, not to get into a negative part, Fallout 4 is my most disappointing game of all time. I put 60 hours into that game. I'd still say it's a bad game. I would love to maybe we do a lore section of just me getting into why I think Fallout 4 is so disappointing, specifically disappointing. I was a big Giant Bomb fan. I listened to that Giant Bomb Game of the Year 2015, the Great Fallout 4 debate, not regularly, but I've listened to it a lot. I think it's a great dialogue, and they talk a lot about why some of the staff members found it so disappointing, why some of the staff members like it so much. I think Fallout 4 had so many steps backward, even though that's the biggest of their Fallout games. So yeah, that's some Kicker of Elves lore for you. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate that. Like the video, leave a comment, do all that good stuff. We'll have more season passes to give away. I think I'm going to give away 2 more in Monday's video, and that'll cap me off for a while, and then hopefully to start off the new season, give away a couple of season passes as well. We'll have to see how things roll out there when we get stuff and all that good stuff. It's awesome. This is my first channel announcement video after joining the creator program. Feels such a relief, feels so validating, all that good stuff. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm Kicker of Elves. If you're interested and you want to see another cool piece of Marvel Snap content, check the video that's on your screen right now. I'll see you in the next video either way. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.